So let's start with mosquitoes. We've had a little bit of rain lately. I think since June 9th, we've had roughly 42 millimeters of rain, which means that the water is starting to come, which means that the mosquitoes will come. We're expecting the numbers to increase likely in the middle of next week. Residents should start to see the numbers come. So let's talk Dutch elm. One of the reasons I actually brought you down to this park specifically was this is our oldest park. This tree here is Regina's oldest tree. This is 116 years old, this tree, which brings it back to 1900. We took a core sample of it in March and we actually counted the rings. So without this year's rings having been grown yet, that brings this tree back to 1900. This tree has survived the Regina tornado. It's seen all the championship teams for the Rough Riders. It's seen it all for Regina. So we're actually pretty proud of it. This elm is worth approximately $75,000. So there's only 2 or 3 of this equivalent size throughout the city. So, you know, it's fairly significant. But with Dutch elm disease, it can take a tree like this out in a matter of weeks if it were ever to get infected. So, you know, what you think is a healthy tree today can be gone tomorrow. And that's why Dutch elm disease is so important. This is an actual piece of wood that has been stained with, or has had Dutch elm disease. This came off a tree in Flamingo Crescent, I believe around 2007, 2008. It is not infectious anymore. We've sterilized this, so that's why we keep this as a sample. But this is actually what we're looking for, okay? And you'll see that the coloring, this is the fungus, it's infected the wood versus this. So if you look here, there is no stain like that, right? There isn't any streaking at all as compared to this. But if it's Dutch elm disease, this tree could die in a matter of 2 weeks. Generally speaking, we'll start to get our first case of Dutch elm disease first or second week of July.